Greetings. We're back, season two at Safe Space Talks, Mind Mastery, and I have someone special on this live with me today. I mean, Jackie loved us so much, and we're just going to talk about, some of the pressures and just being a CEO because people like that title, but they don't really understand the work behind that title, CEO. She's also the founder of J Love Fashion School of Etiquette. But Jackie, thank you for joining me today, and let's get right into it. You are a CEO. You are the founder of J Love Fashion School of Etiquette. So let's start with what made you start, and we'll take it from there.
Hi, how are you? How I just gotta say, you're fabulous.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you so
Humble,
much.
humble. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And I just gotta say thank you so much for having me for last year on your cover. And it's still running. This
Thank
is a
you.
year later. This
Right.
is a year later. I have somebody, I gotta put this in, that wants to do a portrait of that cover. So it's an
Wow.
artist, yeah, that hit me on Instagram, and he loved my photos, and he said he inboxed me and
Wow.
asked me, was it okay? He was a painter, so I told him yes, go ahead.
All right. Well, that's all
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
That's all right.
Hmm.
So tell us how you got started.
Oh my God. I started in 2011,
Hmm.
decided to work with the kids because I've been in the industry over 35 years
Right.
and in fashion. So I wanted to take what I learned from the best of the best
Hmm.
and teach these children and their parents
Right.
and young adults and adults about the industry, because in reality they don't know about this industry.
Right.
It's not what you think it is. When they see they're looking at the glitz and glamour. It's 10% glamour and 90% business.
That's it.
And it's a lot of work. Just because you have a title. See, people go about entitlement like you were stating. It's not true. It's not
Right.
about that. You got to put the work in. And I've been putting the work in for years, for years. And finally, I just thank God that the doors are opening, because my school is a ministry also.
Right.
And if I wasn't who I was, I wouldn't be getting attacked. If I
Right.
was just an ordinary person, it wouldn't matter. But when you're on the roll and you're on the right track and God is blessing, oh, they're coming.
Yeah.
But I'm
Yeah.
always ready because I'm always covered all
Right.
the time.
Right.
So, teaching these adults um, how this business goes, because there's a lot of predators that are out there.
Right.
These parents, your parents that are living influently through their children, some of them think that they want to bribe you. That's not happening here.
Right.
And they forget that you have other students, because I'm exclusive of what I do. I'm not just accepting anything, because that's not what this is about. It's an educational, it's about the performing of the arts, and also with these children of, um, it's a lot: self control,
Yeah.
self esteem, self image, leadership. um they might not want to be they're not going to be a model for the rest of God has other plans is for them to get into learning etiquette. The etiquette goes a long way in life.
Yeah.
From young adults to adults, you have to have it. No matter what you're doing, you're supposed to be automatically having that when you're raised from your home. It starts from home. The root of the problem starts from home.
Right. Right. I was saying earlier about
Yeah.
the Cam Newton thing. These young guys jumping him while he's at a training camp, trying to, provide skills, talents for those who are aspiring to be in the NFL. And it's like, who raised you? You know what I'm saying? And so what you're doing is excellent because people need to know proper etiquette. And you find out that like really it's not taught. Um, a lot of youth don't even know how to honor or just, You know what I'm saying? Show
Yeah.
respect to the elders.
Mhm.
I don't know what's going on with this new generation with this disrespect. Um, but what would you have to say about that?
You know, what's going on too is the social media.
Mm,
That's another thing. The parents need to also check into that, what they're looking at, what they're going on their phones,
yeah,
their laptops. There's a lot going on, but these parents nowadays want to be their children's friend. I'm not your friend, and you're not my equal.
right.
Neither
That's the
was a wrong.
key. That's the
That's
key.
yeah. And the thing is, I'm not feeling it. I gotta share this. I went
Come
to
on, share.
I went to what was it, career day
Mhm.
last week. I was invited to a high school in Queens, which I'm going to be doing an event with the high school on Thursday, doing something with them with fashion. I couldn't believe what I was seeing in that class room. They were coming in there with bonnets on their heads. Um, the image of the dressing, I was like mortified. I could not
Right,
believe it.
right,
They were coming up, there was some of them, they were shy, they were quiet, they was listening.
right.
I can get to the level of them and speaking with them and understanding and what's going on. I spoke with the principal and I asked the principal, I said, I would like to bring a course here
Hmm.
for 2 months, like a fashion etiquette course, image course, and getting them situated about life in general. They need to know that they don't even have a clue how to survive. It's serious. They don't know how to survive. They don't know how to do finances. These things are taking out of the economy. I don't understand it. When we were coming up, we had everything in
Right.
school and knowing how to survive, how to take care of
Yes,
ourselves, how
yes.
to get out and get an apartment, how to pay bills, how to get a
Right,
job. They don't have a clue. How to go out and be sharp in our image and how to respect one another. And this is where the problem lies because it comes from home
right,
and I don't like it what's going on. And I know that when I do get kids around me, young adults and teenagers, they get comfortable and then they start speaking. God gave me that blessing
right, right,
on me and that anointing that I have to deal with the young adults in the generation of today. Because
right,
some people they're not good with that. They're not, and I
right,
can see it. They're not, and it's really sad. It really is sad, because this is the next generation that's
right,
coming up, and it's just hurts. It hurts my heart, you know. And my kids, and I thank God that my sons are grown. They're doing great things.
right,
But one of them I'm taking care of still very well because he was in an accident. But he's very, my kids are very respectful. I get it all the time, and they're very humble.
right.
And you have to take the old school, mix it with the new
New
school,
school.
break
Right,
it down to them, and let them understand because they need that love. They want someone to be stern on them and to understand they're angry. And it
right.
starts from home. There's a lot going on at home. They're
Yeah,
angry.
yeah,
They're
yeah.
not right. The girls are fighting most in the guys. I'm like, what is going on here?
Yeah, there's a lot going on, and the reason why we're addressing it as Safe Space Talks is because it all affects the mind and the body, the spirit, the
Yes,
soul, and it's all connected. And as I always say, when it's not addressed, it manifests into depression, suicide.
yes,
It manifests to
hmm
you, like what you just said, people, these youth being angry and wanting to fight or trying to find love. Like you said, they want to be loved. They need that attention and affection. And so if they don't find it at home, they find it in gangs. And so what we're trying to say here is that you got to talk to your children, and you're gonna have to spend some time. And y'all
yes,
know
yes,
if your child is bad, and you can't be trying to fight people because your child bad,
yeah,
beating up the teacher
hmm
and cussing and
hmm
fussing.
hmm
You know your child. So
yes,
if your child is acting out, I'm just saying, have a sit down, have a talk, or put them in an etiquette school, like with Jackie
yeah,
Love. You know, put them in an activity, a
Yep.
basketball camp,
Mhm.
the NFL camp, and
Mhm.
hopefully it won't
Wow.
be rotten apples there to disrupt
I,
everything.
I never heard of
And
anything like this.
it's something to talk about. You
Mm-hmm.
gotta really start talking to your children.
Hmm.
And as Jackie said, we not equal. They're not equal. You can be understanding and loving, but and their friend in a way that, listen. I wasn't. I was the child of the house. My mama was not my friend. You know what I'm saying? Like if
Hmm.
I was out of
Hmm.
order, first of all, I I don't like pain. So I wasn't. I grew up with the belt days.
The
Okay.
punishments. Hmm.
Yeah, so I don't like all
Hmm.
of that. So I was
Hmm. Hmm.
disciplined and I obeyed and I listened.
Hmm.
That's why
Yep.
I'm a Christian today, because I can listen and obey and be
Yes.
disciplined in
Amen.
my life, right? So it's easy when God speaks
Amen.
to me. It's quick when I hear him and I do what he tell me to do. You know what
Hmm.
I'm saying? And with with ridicule, because I don't care.
Hmm.
Like if you say you whatever, whatever, I'm gonna do what he tell me to do.
Yep.
Period. But
Hmm.
I'm not. I don't even think like I knew my parents loved me, and I know they loved me. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
But I never even thought like they my best friend. Like maybe
Hmm.
now I could be like, yo, my dad's like my best friend.
Right.
But,
Right. Well, older.
I'm
Yep.
over 50
Yep.
now.
Yep.
But
Hmm.
honey, my growing up years and even in my 20s, I ain't never think they was my friend.
No. Mm-mm.
You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying?
Mhm.
Yeah, that belt was
Mhm.
serious and that punishment was crazy. So I was like,
Mhm.
nah, we just gonna go ahead and listen. And
Yep.
everything was, Miss So and so and how you
Yep.
doing and helping the
Mhm. I still
elderly.
do that
What is
today.
this beating? Right. What is this beating
Mhm.
up the elderly people? Like,
Yeah.
what are we doing here? What are we
You,
doing?
you know what? They got to be careful with that because that's not a good thing. It
Yeah.
really isn't a good thing because God sees and knows all.
Everything.
And you're putting your hands on God's creative elders that they are teaching us things and sitting down and talking in the acknowledgement and the wisdom that they have. I don't think it's a good thing to do that,
Right,
you
right.
know, and the things that are going on. They will take a cane and hit you upside the head. The
Yeah,
ones you gonna get that right one. Oh, you
yeah,
want to get some? Yeah. Oh,
yeah,
they're not
yeah,
playing with you. You put
yeah,
your hands on me, I'm gonna put my hands back on you, and that's what they're looking at.
yeah,
That's what they're
yeah.
looking at. I know in my school, but they love fashion school etiquette. I'm loving, but I'm tough. But I
Right.
do it out of love, tough love. Parents go, Jackie, you got this. You
Okay,
know,
that's
like
good
I
to hear. I was going to ask you, have you
yes,
ran into any kind of parental that was like, don't talk to my kid like that, or my kid ain't do that?
nope,
Good,
nope, never had a
good.
problem. But there was one parent, I got rid of her. And I don't never do one on one when it comes to some things like that. And a couple of the parents came to me and we had a conference call. And it was 8 people on that phone.
Hmm.
And I explained to her what the situation was going on with your daughter. You didn't want to hear it. You
Right,
thought that I didn't have you, but I told you in the beginning what was getting ready to happen. The parents needed to talk with you. And what happened on that? We got on the phone. Your daughter's eavesdropping people's conversations. It was this long text. I said, Dad did it. We're having a conference call meeting. And
right,
when the parents told me what was going on, because that girl pushed 2 of my students, pushed the door open, could have dislocated one of the young lady's shoulder, pushed one of the baby girls in the back as she went flying, and lied to her mother, didn't say sorry, didn't. And this was 3 years ago. This woman is
right.
still harping on this to this day. And I said, when we got on that phone, she cursed everybody out. I was like, everybody was professional. They didn't curse at her. They didn't say anything. But you sat there on that phone, that conference phone, and you lied. And I know the whole truth about you. and
Right.
they know.
Right.
And they were so professional. I love my parents. And they was like, mm-mm. And I told her at the end of this, and you were coming at me, I had another witness that knows her very well. When you're in business, and I learned that in business school as I graduated as a valedictorian, you always have your backup plan. You
Right.
always have
Right.
your
A
people with you.
witness.
You always have that witness. You never do one on one with them because they can run with it.
Right.
Oh, you didn't say that. Oh,
That's
no, no,
right.
no, you're
That's
lying.
right.
I always have a witness.
Yeah.
Always, always, always.
Yeah.
I said, well, you know what? We're going to have, I always do that, conference calls. Every Thursday night, I have a conference call with my parents. Unless if it's something that's an emergency, I text everyone and let them know they're on top of everything. And
Right.
they're wonderful. And the kids have a great sisterhood and a wonderful, the guys have a wonderful brotherhood. I don't play with them, and they love it. They get excited.
Right.
And,
Right.
the last thing, I had to let this parent go. There was a couple of them. There was about three parents I had to let go. One
Yeah.
thought that in my business, sometimes when I do things and they hire me for pay, I give my kids a stipend, but it's a
Right.
school. Here you go with
Right.
the
Right.
other name where we know about, they don't pay nothing.
Right.
And then you got the nerve, your child hits with me in magazines and on the news and all this great stuff. Oh, my child got to get paid now. Your child's not arrived. This
Right.
is a
Your
school.
child has not
Now,
arrived.
I kicked you out. I had to let you go. And
Right.
I'm
Right.
looking to see you on social media. Okay, now, is this child getting a contract? Nothing.
Right.
Nothing. You're going to have to pay out the tail with all these other people and these scammers that are out there because
Yeah.
you don't want to follow protocol and you don't. And I'm very reasonable. I'm not expensive at all. I'm
Right.
not charging thousands of dollars for the kids because I'm in my community and what
Right.
God told me to do. And He said, I will take care of the rest. And it's
Right.
coming along beautifully how God wants this done.
Right.
And if there's anybody that's a problem, he moved them out. He said they
That's
got to
right.
go.
That's
And
right.
that's what he's doing. And there's a lot of them that do suffer. And they think that this one, she's in the chitlin circuit. You know how a dog bites their tail all the way around, she's
Yeah.
running
Yeah.
around, but
Yeah.
that's what they're doing. I'm watching everything. I'm
Right.
sitting in the back shaking my head on social media, going, mm-hmm. No, I said, yeah, I want you to see this.
Right.
And I'm not
Right.
saying nothing, but all my kids blooming, doing wonderful things. When we did Made History at Gracie Mansion, they
Right. Yeah.
lost
That
out.
was awesome. That was
They
awesome.
lost out. No
Yeah.
one. I was the only one in history that ever did a fashion show in Gracie
Gracie
Mansion.
Mansion.
That might have had dancing. They had one of the African troupe that came in beautiful
Yeah.
drums, but there was never no fashion.
Right.
Never. I
Right.
made history on that. We
And
hit
that's
on one
good.
of the
That's good.
newspapers and yes,
And we have
yes,
to
and
support good teachers and people.
yes.
It hurts me,
Hmm.
so much that when you're doing something positive,
Yes,
it's like pulling teeth trying to get
yes,
support, but everything
yep,
negative, it appears because I only
yes.
speak English,
The adversaries.
my
Yep.
opinion, and my Bible. And it
Exactly.
appears, it's an
Yes.
appearance that evil is
Yes.
winning or evil is doing good or
Yep.
evil can't do good,
And
first of all.
no,
That's
evil can't do
first.
good.
Okay.
Mhm.
So I love that, when you still continue to do well, that, eventually God shows up and he shows out. Now you're getting
Mhm.
ready to take part in, March is Women's Month and, Women's
Yes.
International Day. And well, I just say it's Women's Month. Okay.
Yes.
So we
Okay.
just,
Yeah.
we are just going to like I said, we celebrate in Women's Month, and that's that. So you have an event coming up, Women Dare to Be Different. We have a few
Mhm.
more minutes. Just let us know about that real quick.
Yes. Kobe Jenkins, wonderful woman of God, wonderful. This is her 10th year anniversary. I was honored with Kobe Jenkins in 2020, was it 22? I got
Mhm.
two proclamation awards, one from Senator Cousin, another Senator, the Murray Award from the governor. It was amazing. Um, I'm going to. I've been with her for 4 years. I think this is the fourth year we're going to be performing, which is
Hmm.
wonderful. Last year, Tish James came up. It was sold out,
Okay.
sold out, and I mean Brooklyn was in the house. You have Bronx in
Okay.
the house. A lot of
Right.
people come out, and she has it at the Theodore Center, Community Center in Greensboro. It's in Terrytown. It is amazing,
Okay.
beautiful gym, and she's honoring some beautiful women this year. I think it's about 10 or 12 of them. She
Hmm.
does this with Grace every year, and I had to honor Kobe. I gave her a proclamation award from our mayor here, Mayor Adams, and she was in shock. I did that in Mount Vernon, and this is going to be another stellar event that she's going to have, and all of them just fabulous on March 30th.
Okay. And women who dare to be different is about what?
Women Dare to Be Different are women that are doing extremely well in their community. She
Okay.
also honors the youth, and she gives them help them with scholarships too for college
Oh,
funding for
nice.
them, which is awesome. And the different women, I love it when you're networking. Women are that have done in their community for years of helping and different businesses. I just and it's interesting. You meet
Right.
so many amazing women,
Yeah.
and it's just awesome. She does a fabulous job. She has cocktail and she cooks and
Okay.
she has food for days. Oh my God,
Okay.
I've never seen anything like it. Food just keeps coming,
Right.
and the
Right.
food is delicious. She's an amazing cook, and her family, her daughters, they all cook. So it's just wonderful. And she has a lot of the constituents that come out. A lot of them, the mayor up there, the senators, city council, they come out.
I love it. I love it. So, as the founder and CEO of J Love Fashion,
Hmm.
what advice do you have to young women? What advice would you give young women today out of everything we discussed? Just the respect for their elders and how they carry themselves. What's a tip you can share?
The tip basically is love yourself.
Mm.
Put God first in your life.
Mm-hmm.
Have respect for others and stay humble and teach other people things that you were taught from in your life and carry that legacy on. It's really important because people are watching and they're looking. And keeping your image right. Know who you are. Be who you are. Don't be what anybody else is going to be because that's not what God gave you. That is for
Right.
them. But be who you are and have that close relationship with God. He's going to show you some things about yourself and it also helping others and just keeping your head level. That's really important. It
Yeah.
really is.
Yeah.
And that leadership.
And that it's okay to be feminine, right?
And it's okay to
I
be
see
feminine.
so much masculinity in women
Yeah,
lately.
yeah, yeah.
Like, be,
Hard.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
It's okay, you know,
yeah.
and then don't be over feminine that you're trying to be
Yes.
so sexy that you're provocative, right?
Right.
And
Yeah. And
so, we just want to
no,
encourage you
no.
young ladies to be a lady,
Be a
right? And
lady.
that
Mm-hmm.
be confident in who you are. You are a
Mm-hmm.
daughter of God, whether you believe it or not. And
Yes,
that
you
it's
are.
okay. It's okay.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have
Mm-hmm.
to be extreme. Please don't
Get
follow
attention. Mm-hmm.
these negative images on social media.
That's another thing we
Yeah,
talked
put your
about.
clothes on.
Yeah, keep your clothes on. Them predators are out there. They're watching.
Oh yeah,
And I'm like,
right.
yeah. And the thing is they're setting you up.
Yeah.
They're setting you up. And the next thing you talk about, you're caught up, they're molesting, or you're gonna be
Human
raped.
trafficking,
Human
you know.
trafficking is no and you won't see you
Right,
anymore. It's
right,
terrible.
right.
It's a lot going on about this human trafficking.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. So be mindful. We want you to be
Mindful.
mindful
Yes,
that,
mindful.
you are beautiful. You are beautiful, right?
Mm-hmm.
You are loved.
Yep. You are
We
beautiful,
care
you are
about you.
loved.
If you need to talk
Yes.
to either one of us, just reach out
Hmm.
to us at safespacetalks at gmail.com. Please watch our show every Wednesday at 12 p.m. Eastern Time on our YouTube channel, Safe Space Talks Mind Mastery. And we hope that the information that we provide for you will indeed help you. But of course, we encourage you to see a therapist or your local practitioner if you're having any signs of depression, anxiety,
Yes.
any of these
Bullying.
yeah, any kind of crisis you may feel. Please get help. It's okay to not be okay, and it's okay to say I need to talk to
I need to
somebody.
talk to somebody. That's
Yeah,
right.
yeah. So
Mhm.
Jackie, we love us some you. You know, you
I
have
love
our
you too.
full support. Keep doing what you're doing, and you're
Thank
always
you.
welcome here on the platform. Spread the word, tell your friends, and
I sure
salute to
will.
you during as we're celebrating Women's History Month, International Day, uh, all of what March is bringing in, and as women are just being celebrated this month, it is an honor to celebrate you. So I just want to say thank
Thank
you
you.
so much, so much.
I thank you. Thank you for having me on. Thank
You
you.
are welcome.